Hey, it's Stephanie DiGiano, coming back to talk to you guys. So I want to talk about your mindset. Um, I want to talk about how changing your thoughts and how you think about things and perceive things um, determines your outcome in life. So I've been on this journey. Some of you may or may not know that I started my own business in Empower Network. And when I started my own business, I understood that for me to stop having, to succeed in business, I should say, I needed to change my thought process, right? So the first inclination was, for me to be a leader, I need to do what? Surround myself around leaders because um, some of you that may or may not heard the saying, and I may butcher it a little bit, but you'll get the gist of it, is that you are a product of your five closest friends. Let me say it again. You are a product of your five closest friends. I know some of you are like, I am not like her. That's my friend and all, but I'm me. Don't judge me. Okay, take a look at it. Think about this. When your friend calls you with a situation or something they're dealing with in life, can you honestly look back at all the situations and say and look at the similarities of what you deal with to what they deal with? Similarities between your financial income and their financial income. Of your five closest friends, okay? Five. Now, you may make a little bit more money, they may make a little bit more money, but really look at the similarities in life, the positive and the negative. Look at both. So, why do I say this? Well, there was a time in my life, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, yes, that's my baby back there sleeping. Everything was crazy back there. Apologize, but I had to do this video. I couldn't sit here and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna move the baby and wake up and clean this." I just said, "Let me do the video." So sorry, I gotta see my messiness back there, but um, and he's a sick baby too, so I'm not messing with him because he's got a cold. Um, so anyways, I know, honey. Um, so essentially, um, when I look back at certain periods of my life, both up and down, um, I tend to evaluate what was going on in my life. Like, who was I around most of the time? What was my thought process? How was I dealing with stuff? What kind of issues was I going with? And I realized that the way that I was thinking, the things that I knew, um, everything was limited. It was a limited capacity. So I knew that when I started my business, in order for me to be successful, I needed to be around successful people. I needed to study how they thought. What was their thought process? What are some habits that they do? In order to do that, I needed to surround myself by as many of those people, right? So I know that over the last 10 months of starting my business, I know the changes that I have had in my life and how it's impacted my life. I know that, I know now. I mean, I knew then when I was young, but I don't think I really quite understood that how you think, what type of thoughts you have in your head is what affects you, you know? Like, negativity, it like grows like mold. Once you have a negative thought, it just continues on, you know? It could be something simple as having certain insecurities about your outside appearance. Um, it grows. Like, it'll become to a point where you don't realize that you limit yourself in a lot of things. Like, for me, after my last son, I gained a lot of weight. After my daughter, I went down to like a size 5. I had never been a size 5 in my life. Um, I'm a thick girl, as they say. Always big thighs, big butt. That's just me. Um, okay. But after my daughter, I had dropped a lot of weight. Like I had never been a size five. Like I won't say that throughout my life I've been an obese person, but size 5'6", that was never my size. After my first son, I bounced back really quick. My third son, it took a little bit more time to bounce back, but I did go back to my son size. After Makai, and as you know, if you're keeping count, I have 5 kids, 4 boys, 1 girl. So after Makai, which was my fourth child, I started losing weight, but then I got pregnant rather quickly because I have a 4-year-old and I have a 2-year-old that's getting ready to turn 3. So that just kind of shows you my last two were fairly close together, closer than I would like. But sometimes you doing things and yeah, we won't talk about that. That's another video. So, but anyways, after him, it was a little bit harder for me. I mean, to the point where I stopped taking pictures with my kids. Like I'll take lots of pictures of them, but I remember the last picture that we took after Nasir, which was my last one, was born. I remember looking at that picture and just being like, look at mom, look at my. I just remember looking at that picture like, seriously, like, look at me. Like, I've never been this size before. And when I showed the picture to my best friend, she's just like, oh, I love this picture. It's so nice. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what was wrong with her? Like, why won't she be honest and say, damn, bitch, you fat? But friends are not going to do that. Well, it depends. It depends because I can't say that she won't tell me the truth because she doesn't really sugarcoat stuff. But I think in her eyes, she genuinely sees me um, as a beautiful person, maybe because she knows who I am, deep down. But I wasn't happy. And I lost a lot of time from that, because I had my own insecurities about how I looked and how I felt, you know. Um, so from that negative perception of myself, other thoughts kind of started to follow. I started feeling like, maybe I can't do this. There's been a time where I just wanted to give up. Like I felt like looking around, everybody else doing something similar to what I was doing, they were smarter than me, or they had more skills than me. Like I started convincing myself that I wasn't good enough to do a lot of things. Not good enough to run my own business, not good enough you know, to do anything, and what happens is you start to miss out on life. You start to miss out on things. And a lot of times, your negative thoughts can really affect not only your financial income, it can affect how you live, if you really are truly free. Um, your thoughts affect your attitude, which in turn can affect other things. So what I want to say is, I decided to do and to put out an exercise that I would like for you to try. There's going to be a link at the bottom of this video, which will lead to my blog on what I wrote about thoughts. And I want you to read through that there. The exercise will be in that blog, and I want you to actually do it. Nobody has to know you're doing it if it feels funny. You just do it on your own time by yourself and make a commitment to do that, because no one's going to invest in you. You have to do it first. You have to invest in yourself. If not for your health, for your financial, income, to achieve your dreams, like you really have to, in order to get all the things that you want in life and live a true abundant life, you do have to change the way that your mind thinks. If you like living the way that you live in lack, then, don't do anything. But if you really want to find a place in life where you're truly happy and you are wealthy, not rich, you can get rich, but rich people sometimes are not happy either. See, wealthy people are truly happy. because there's more than just money and finances um, that achieve, that can, that makes you happy. There's more to it. So to really find that place where you feel like you're happy with your life and you're proud of your life, you have to change the thought process. And a big key to changing your thoughts, if you're a parent and you have kids, stress and negative mindset impacts your children in so many ways that you don't even know. If you really think about you growing up as a child and just certain things that were said to you over the years, your parents probably didn't mean to hurt you. That's just what they believed in their mind. And unfortunately, it's a repeat cycle, you know? So if you want to make sure that you are really raising healthy, mentally stable kids, you have to start with your thought process. You have to start with the things that you say. You have to change those things. Trust me, I am not sitting here judging anybody. I am not perfect. I've had my own share of negative thoughts and things that I've said at my mouth that I've been on a journey for 10 months changing it, so I'm just a step ahead of you because I realize that this is something that I've had to do. It doesn't make me better than you. It just means that, I figured it out a little bit sooner, but here's your chance to make that first step. So go to my blog, friend me on Facebook, leave your comments, and do the challenge and tell me how you feel after you've actually given it a chance. I mean, a real chance. Don't do it one day today and then say, oh, I still feel negative about this. No. Follow the directions in the challenge. Do it for the set amount of time that I've suggested. And then tell me how it's impacted your life. Okay? So, with love, I have to say, I will talk to you later. I wish everyone a blessed day, a blessed year, and full of prosperity. One love.